choice is yours. America welcomes those who respect our laws, because a strong nation is a safe nation.
I'm in Chicago on 79th Street. And the thing is, 79th and Burham, and what happened is the immigration problem in Chicago, our issue, is really out of hand. But I guess one has to take in consideration that people coming from Mexico, they need a place to live, and they're dealing with migrants. They're passing out vouchers for the home. And like I said, we're in the United States in Chicago, and talk to some of the people that live in the community. The vouchers that they're passing out, they're supposed to be utilized. There were only 50 vouchers that were supposed to be out, but the word got out, and the immigrants have come over here to get the vouchers, which you can't really blame them. There's an immigration problem in Chicago, and like I said, there are people that are really mad because there are resources that are being taken from individuals in Chicago that have been homeless for a long time. And you have people wondering, why weren't these resources given to individuals in Chicago before Governor Abbott sent the immigrants to Chicago? And like I said, this is South Shore community. And you had people right by the Lake Shore Drive. And you had people that are upset. And there are people he's talking in a different language. In Espanol, I don't really understand. And this is what's going on in Chicago. But I'm pretty sure this is not the only locality in the United States that is going on. And listen, there are people in the United States, I would say it's humane to give them a place to live, but there are people that just don't understand why these resources becoming available now. And we've had this issue for years. Don't understand it. And there's people that just don't get it. How you doing, brother? And they just don't get it. I mean, property taxes. This affects this property taxes and other municipalities. People, and they're saying now in Chicago, you can even be a police officer without being a citizen. And there are people that just don't understand that. I think the governor signed that in out of Mayor Chicago. And Chicago was just in shambles. You come to vacation to Chicago, but you really don't know what's going on in Chicago, because what happened is you visiting and you have no idea what is really going on. You don't know. You just don't know. And this is a situation that's going to be dealt with in the presidential elections. With Donald Trump, he appears to be leading with the Republicans, Mr. Santos, and also Joe Biden. This goes all the way around the block, and beyond Donald Trump and Joe Biden. These are going to be issues that are going to be discussed in the United States of America for years. And, you could take a look back in history and see what we had to deal with, what circumstances we were dealing with in year 2023 and use this for case history. But there are only 3 home vouchers that are 50, that's what the owner said. There are only 50 home vouchers that are being given out. They're opening the doors right now. And this is what immigration has done to Chicago. I'm not talking about Texas. I'm not talking about New York. They have issues, but they say charity starts at home. And these resources are being taken. And there are individuals that had all type of issues that went on economically before immigrants came. Because I promised that I would give my viewpoint about sanctuary cities and how it affects Chicago, New York and California and other cities. I believe that an individual that wants to come to the country and follow the proper protocol to enter the country, we should welcome them with open arms. So I think that Mayor Brandon of Chicago and Governor Pritzker, they're wrong to allocate money, a capital that is supposed to be for citizens of Chicago and Illinois. And most of the time we have a budget deficit, before they make the budget. And I think that's a readjustment. And I think that the individuals, African-American people in Chicago, I think that it is legitimate that they would be upset, mad, angry, because you're letting individuals come into the city of Chicago to take the resources that are supposed to be allocated for Chicago citizens. And the thing is, I will go into it deeper if I get the people like this video, but there are other causes that are complex that make people from other countries like Mexico, Central America, and Argentina come to the United States, that the United States has created havoc by taking Mexico, by taking California, Texas by force because of border disputes. What Ronald Reagan did, giving arms to the Contras alleged for drugs. This was wrong. It is wrong to support dictators in that hemisphere on the other side of the border of the United States of America and cause chaos and occasionally get rid of drug dealers. But you know what? This is very, very complex. And you know what? But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, a thumbs. I would like to know if you think that I am wrong. If you think that I am wrong and you believe that people ought to be able to come into the country without no problems whatsoever and go to these sanctuary cities like in Chicago, New York, and you don't think the people are wrong in the communities to being angry, upset about this, please give me a comment. Give me your comments, because I believe you should have to follow a protocol. But if I am totally wrong in your opinion, let me know. But I am no fool. I know that the United States government has caused instability within these countries from Central America on down to Argentina and Brazil. I know that. So, if people look at this video, I will talk about some of the instabilities. So if you like this video, the thumbs up, thumbs down. If you don't even think I know what I'm talking about, please let me know. We welcome constructive criticism, and we're always looking for guests to come on our podcast. And, words of Salam Alaikum. Thank you for watching. This is what your grandfather was doing. Any message for your grandchildren? Great.
Because I happen to have known someone who was in the NSA.
Okay.
All right? And they don't know what they'll know now. I've been in their building with him. Did you see it?
Yes, sir.
And they
Some people don't know what NSA is.
The National Security Administration. And when I walked in there, they got video screens. I mean, from here to 35th Street.
Those street cameras, right?
Those are the screens like you watch on a computer.
Right.
All right? They got a room where they listen to conversations all around the country. All right? That's why I can say what I said. But they let me go because he was an important person. And they figured if he was pregnant, it was all right. All right? They made a mistake, but I never forgot that.
Well, wait a minute. Wow.